I called my dad to remind him it was my birthday, but someone else had already blown out the candles. If I could take one call back in my life, it would be the one I made that night. Because some truths, you can't unhear them. Dad always called me on my birthday, sometimes late, sometimes half drunk, but he called. He'd say, "Hey champ, you're getting old on me." And I'd laugh, because no matter how old I got, I was still his kid. This year was different. No call, no text, just silence. It was freezing that night in Cleveland, Ohio. Mom made spaghetti, our old birthday dinner. She even lit a candle like she used to when Dad was still around. She asked, "Did your dad remember this time?" I forced a smile. "Probably busy. He'll call later." She nodded. The kind of nod you give when you already know the answer, but don't want to say it out loud. Midnight came, and the candles on the cake had melted into tiny wax puddles. Still nothing. So I called him instead. 2 rings. Then a woman answered. Soft, cheerful, the kind of voice that sounds like she's smiling. "Oh, hey, you must be the other birthday." I blinked. "The what?" She laughed, and then I heard it. A kid's laugh. Maybe 5, maybe 6. And then Dad's voice. "Make a wish, champ." My whole body froze. Those were our words. The same ones he said every year until he didn't. The woman kept talking. "Sorry, who's calling?" But I didn't say anything. I just stood there, listening to them sing, the clapping, the cheers, the family that wasn't mine anymore. When I hung up, the silence wasn't empty. It was heavy, full of every little thing I'd been pretending not to see. Later, Mom knocked on my door. She didn't even have to ask. She just looked at me and said quietly, "He didn't call, did he?" I shook my head. "He's busy, Mom." She sighed. Some people never run out of excuses. Then she left the door cracked open, like she used to when I was a kid, in case I had bad dreams. I sat there staring at my phone, still hearing that boy's laugh echo in my head. And for some reason, I opened my closet, pulled out this old cardboard box. It still smells like the garage. Inside was the last gift Dad ever gave me, a baseball glove, cheap leather, wrapped in newspaper because he'd forgotten real wrapping paper. He handed it to me on the front porch the night before he left, said, "You're gonna be catching home runs before I know it." And inside the glove, written in blue ink, "To my champ, for every catch I'll miss." That glove's still there. And every year, when my birthday rolls around, I take it out. I read those words, and I remind myself, Dad didn't forget my birthday. He just gave it to someone else. And maybe that's what growing up really means. Realizing that sometimes love doesn't disappear. It just moves on without you.